do a horn test. Visibility throughout is good. Road noise is kept at a minimum. Inside it feels nice and airy. That's the front parking sensors. Okay. Powered by a 1.5 liter engine paired to electric motors. Hey guys, here we have the all-new Toyota Ativ, the highly awaited vehicle from Toyota. And today we're going to be doing a POV test drive. But before that, let's go ahead and check out the exterior and interior first. Up front, it does have very aggressive styling. Reminds me of a Lexus with that huge grille. And honestly, it kind of looks like a smaller Camry. And it does have these LED headlights with LED DRLs. You get this two-tier design grille, but this is all the grille that you're getting. You get a vortex generator down here on the side to aid in aerodynamics. It looks very handsome in person. This is the side profile of the Toyota Ativ. It's very sleek and long. You get this fastback design towards the rear, and it features rear quarter windows just to elevate that premium design. There are also some sharp character lines that goes throughout the vehicle. You also get this swept back design down below. I think it looks very attractive on the side. Looks very premium. Even this line right here, this gap, that's very European. Here we can see the camera on the side mirror for the around view monitor. You also get this blade right here for aerodynamics. This is the rear of the Toyota Ativ. You can see an HEV badge here indicating that this is a top-of-the-line hybrid electric vehicle. You get Vios Ativ badging here. Overall, it's very gorgeous. It does remind me of a Camry. You get this two-tone black roof, and it's just a nice contrast to this white color. Now you get some faux venting right here on the rear bumper, but it does add some accent to the rear. You even get rear diffusers now built on the bumper there. As for the taillights, you get full LED with sequential turn signals. Now, this one comes with this contrasting bar just to accentuate the width of the vehicle. There's a touchpad underneath that to open the trunk. This is the cargo space that you get for the Toyota Ativ. Very cavernous and very deep. You get some spare tire underneath, full size, and it even has a rim. For the hybrid, the 12-volt battery is located here inside the trunk. It is hidden inside this cover. And to close the boot, just flip it down. Now let's check the back seats. Getting in is fairly easy, though you have to be mindful of this swooping C-pillar. I have the front seat set to my driving position. I have a decent amount of legroom, even footroom. As for headroom, I have about this much. Rear amenities include 2 air vents, 2 USB Type-A charging ports, and map pockets on both sides. As for storage, you get a large cup holder here on the door handle, and some small cubby here on the door cards as well. Interior lighting, you have LED lights here on the dome light. You don't get a center armrest, but you get this two-tone leather seat for the HEV with 3 headrests and ISOFIX anchor points, so you can fit a child seat at the back. This is the overall dash design of the Toyota Ativ, and we'll get into that as we move towards the front. Let's close the door. Solid door sounding. I have the key here with me. This is the usual Toyota key fob. So you have your lock here on the logo, unlock and trunk release. To start it, just have the key inside the vehicle. Put your foot on the brake and hit this blue power button. And the car powers up. You also get a notification sound indicating that this is already turned on because it initially starts in electric mode. That's why you can't hear any noise. So let's turn on the air conditioning. The air conditioning has physical controls, thankfully, because it's so easy to control here. So you have your fan speed on the left, you have a knob, and your temperature control is here on the right. It is also automatic. You have your rear defrost here, air circulation, and different modes. Let's take it for a drive. Fasten your seat belts. There's also a traditional gear selector. It feels very satisfying when you put it to gear. You also get an electronic parking brake. Push it down to disengage it. Visibility throughout is good. The mirrors are quite large.
Just go straight.
Okay. So this is still powered by a 1.5 liter engine paired to electric motors. This is the HEV, and it is also paired with a CVT. You have different driving modes via this button on the steering wheel. So if you press it, it can switch to power mode. If you hold it, it will switch to eco to maximize driving efficiency. But you can also turn eco mode even in power mode. The driver gets this 3-spoke steering wheel with your trip computer controls on the left. You also have a shortcut button for the 360 camera over here. Off to the right, you have your adaptive cruise control together with some ADAS settings here. You also have some seek buttons, and again the drive mode selector over here. Feels nice to the hand. I'm not really sure if this is leather wrapped, but they did a good job simulating leather. It also has some faux stitching on the inner rim. You also get this nice accent on the steering wheel just to elevate the interior. Off to the left, you have this pop out cup holder, so you can store drinks here. There's also a vent conveniently located so that you can keep your drink cool. The dashboard, the touch points are very nice. They are soft touch with some contrast stitching that runs throughout the width of the dash. You get this floating touchscreen display with Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. And here you can see your vehicle information. Fairly responsive, and it's your standard Toyota infotainment. You also have some Bluetooth radio and whatnot. The driver sees a digital gauge cluster. You can also see on the left the information gauge. So currently we are running on the batteries, the electric motor, and if the engine kicks in, it will also display here front and center. We have the power meter, so your eco, power, and charge. Off to the right, you have your speedometer. Inside, it feels nice and airy. That's the front parking sensors, so if it detects some obstacles or objects on the surrounding of the vehicle, it will sound an alarm. But again, as I was mentioning earlier, it does feel airy and spacious inside. It soaks the bumps pretty well too. You have this slim air vent here that provides cool air. Again, I mentioned the physical buttoned climate control here. You get charging ports here, Type C and Type A seatbelt reminder here in the middle, a 12-volt power outlet there, also a wireless charging pad down below. Road noise is kept at a minimum here. They've done a good job with the NVH. Also get blind spot warning, and it will also show a light on the side mirror. I am surprised by the steering. It feels firm, and I believe this is an electronic power steering. When the engine is turned off, the cabin is very quiet, and the air conditioning is an improvement. It feels much more cooler or colder now inside. This car also has brake regen, being a hybrid, so when you're not stepping on the gas, the inertia on the wheels will provide charge to the batteries. And having that electric handbrake, you also get auto hold, so Even if I'm in drive, if I let off the brake, it will stay on its place. Down below, you get this small cubby to store smaller items like the key fob and whatnot, even your parking card. The armrest is nicely padded, and I love the overall cabin design. It feels very ergonomic. The gear selector is near the steering wheel, and the armrest is nice and raised. It's padded with a contrast stitching, so it feels very relaxing to sit in here. There's also nice textures going around here on the window switches, although you get some hard plastics on the upper door cards, but the door armrest is nicely padded. There's also more storage down here, and the door cubbies are nice and large. You can also fit a bottle down below. Off to the left, you have some more features like the EV mode. So if your battery is prepped and ready, you can do pure electric driving. You also get automatic high beam assist. You get traction control off and your forward collision warning. You also get automatic headlights. The turning radius is small for this car, so maneuvering it in tight spaces will be so easy. Okay, now it's time to park. Alright, so let's park the Ativ, and it will automatically engage the 360 camera together with the backup camera. And it has parking lines, which is a helpful feature, so you can easily place the car at the center of the parking lines. It also has parking sensors so that you know if you're gonna hit an obstacle or whatnot. And that was a breeze parking this vehicle. You can also see the tire guard here, and we are parked. Okay, turn on the parking brake, just flip up the electronic parking brake switch, and to turn off the vehicle, there's an off button here on the climate control, and just press the blue power button, and the car is now turned off. Okay guys, that was a POV test drive of the Toyota Ativ 1.5 HEV. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel to be notified once I upload a new video. This has been TJ. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.